Ooh, I'm just gonna play this by Chris Stapleton, The Star Spangled Banner, live from Super Bowl. Uh, just pretty dope, man. Um, here we go. But I just wanna first see if I'm streaming here. Cool. Think that should be fine. Okay, that's not so bad. All right, I'm gonna play Chris Stapleton while I set up for the last 2 hours. Seems like we're gonna be live in about 6 minutes. Um, let's see what we get from it. Just wanna see something real quick. Trade in New York session. The disclaimer. Oh yeah, I need to put this disclaimer first before I begin. I'm just trying to look for a nice disclaimer page that I can start using. Good, why not this? This is nice. JPEG. So we are live. We have just begun the final 2 hours of trading. And before I start, I'm gonna add this disclosure. Cool. Seems to be legible, right? So I'm gonna play this before we start.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing air came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the
By the way, I'm not an
land
American citizen. I just love
of the
this
free
cover of your guys' national
and
anthem. I
the
think it's really,
home
really
of
beautiful. You know,
a
and I mean, who doesn't like Chris Stapleton?
brave.
He makes some good music. He makes some really good music. Damn. And before I carry on, I'm gonna play. Now I'm gonna play my trading in the zone type of music, which is mostly Men I Trust, Strong Boy, you know, type of music. Strong Boy. I'm gonna play this. Strong Boy with the eye. I'm gonna put it soft actually. Okay. Let's go. Mm, just again. That's perfect. So we're gonna use this wick as so immediately my eyes going directly to this relatively equal highs as a drawn liquidity. Uh, we have hold high. Relatively equal highs. Previous. Okay. So we close. So yeah. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. So we have sell side over here. So this is our current dealing range right now. And as you can see, the equilibrium is at the new week opening gap low, which is a nice confluence. I'd like to see what price does when it reacts there, but we can mark out low that was created during the London session at 4 a.m. on Monday, 19 May. which is London low. So we have that, and then this 0.5 level here is the previous day's wick or tail consequent encroachment. Maybe I should just rather note it like this. I don't want it to be so thick. Uh, let's put it to the right. Previous day tail consequent encroachment. Let's make that small. I'm just gonna put it like that. So this is our current dealing range that we're working in, and as you can see, we are in the lower quadrant of it, right? So if I just update these levels over here, as you can see, literally we are at the lower portion or the lower quadrant of our current dealing range. So I'm expecting to see a setup formation somewhere along this, probably after taking out sell side to go to the upside and take out and purge buy side liquidity, or we may react off from here, take out the buy side, then take out sell side. But that's just scenarios I'm building in my head. Nothing really concrete as of yet because I'm on the 1 hour time frame, where I'll be doing my entries on the 1 minute. So we're currently 12 minutes inside the PM silver bullet, right? Let me listen here. Yeah, keep it very low. Um, let's see. I'm gonna remove this for now so I can see what is happening. Um, if we were to go lower, we have an inefficiency right here, and it's actually coupled with oh no, I thought it was a breaker, but we can literally just mark this out like this. Let's mark that as 1 hour pussy. And then obviously we have this other lower portion that we could still revisit right here. But yeah, We'll just have to see what price does. I'm just observing right now. I don't have a clear bias. Well, my interest is here at these relatively equal highs. That's where my interest is. But to say that I see a setup now, it's too early to tell. So let me actually just write it down on my journal. Cool. You can fix this right there. Let me just open it up a little bit. Look at this candle. The 1315 slam dunk, taking out the sell side right here. This next candle at the 130 traded up and literally touching the new week opening gap low. That's perfect. And look at this candle as well. The high there is 21,261.11. Let's look at the low of this. The low is 21,261.23. Man, that's literally so good. I could have even looked right here. 21,261.11, 21,261.23. Oof, that's so good. So this looks juicy. Hmm. I just want to see what you're currently doing right now. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. So this is also coupled with the New York lunch buy side liquidity, right? 130 traded up. Mm. I just want to mark out the midnight open. 8:30, 12, 1 o'clock. Cool. Let's see what we did today. Before I forget, the as well as the opening range. Let me mark out the midnight open price. Keep it very faint. This is the first day's inefficiency, by the way. First presented inefficiency. And look how price is reacting with this first presented inefficiency. Boom, unresistant. Crazy, right? So that's that. Uh, let us go to 8:30. Um, I actually want the first presented fair value gap for the PM session, which is this right here. First presented fair value gap, first PM. Put it right there. And if you look at the PM presented fair value gap, consequent encroachment is in line with the previous daily tail consequent encroachment. Um, and that is the market literally telling you that it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I see a retail bull flag right here. I see a retail bull flag. Let's see how that plays out. We have minus sell side right here. Let me just go back to the 15-minute chart. So what does the economic calendar say about today's news drivers. Let's have a look. Today we had nothing, but tomorrow seems like we have unemployment claims at 8:30, and then we have flash manufacturing PMI, as well as the flash service PMI at 9:45, which is also a red folder event. So three red folder events tomorrow, and then one medium um, news impact drive, which is existing home sales. And then Friday we have new home sales. Cool. So we could expect price to be range bound today, especially in this PM session, since we had such a drastic, um, I guess, trade of price action to the downside during the lunch hour. And as you can see, today was just consolidating. If I just remove this, as you can see, today price didn't really do much, which is expected um, on a day before, PMIs, CPIs, FOMCs, or any red folder event, I guess. I mean, during the equities open, we had a nice little rally to the upside. It failed to take out May 20th Asia buy side liquidity, but it did take out some relatively equal highs right here. As you can see, we swept it, just fell short of it, and then in the lunch hour, we just traded down. So right now, I'm just observing price, seeing what it wants to do. We have a large gap over here. If I grade it, just to see, you can see it overlaps with the new week opening gap. So the lower quadrant aligns with the consequent encroachment of the new week opening gap. The upper portion aligns with the new week opening gap high. But right now, just observing price, see what it wants to do. I'll actually wait for the final hour session to see what it is that we want to do. But as you can see, it's still respecting this level here, which is the previous daily tail consequent encroachment, as well as the PM a session first presented fair value gap. Now I want to see how we use this fair value gap. Do we send it? Do we use it to send price higher and rate these buy stops? Um, or do we break lower, find it as resistance to support price to go lower and act as an inversion fair value gap? But that's just me playing scenarios in my head, nothing crazy or anything like that. Dropping down to the 5 minute. We're still currently in the lower portion of this current dealing range, so I don't expect anything right now until we take out either side of um, the stops, and we looks like it wants to take out the sell side first because we're in close proximity to it. However, it can leave it for later and take out the buy side and then take out the sell side. Judging by how it's reacting here at this first presented fair value gap. But let's continue. I actually need back support. Trying to fix myself here. We have a minus outside liquidity over here, but that's just see. So what does it okay? Where did we come from? Did we take out stops, buy side or sell side? Yes, we did take that out during the lunch hour. Um, what did the previous session do? Basically, the lunch session was a reversal of what took place in the AM session. Let me quickly note that the lunch hour and what took place in the AM session. Uh, where we most likely to go to based on current price action and inefficiencies in stops. Does imply dealing range of 850 100 handles. Um, yeah, it's sufficient enough. Have you taken out a pool of liquidity or have you traded into a high time frame period that is showing signs of weakness to continue in the direction I was currently going? Does it look like it wants to reverse from this point? So currently we have not taken out a high time frame period. However, we are at a high time frame period actually, which is the previous days with consequent inflation. Nothing much is happening really. Yeah, just wanna note this. See. Mhm. Mm. This trading view is so stupid. Like it is so stupid. I'm paying for a subscription and it's still showing me offers. Like how does that work? Trading view is a scam, bro. So by the way, we are trading. Since I'm not a licensed financial advisor, I'm gonna be trading on a paper trade account, right? And as you can see, I am $147 in drawdown. This is simulated funds. Um, so yeah. However, we are currently live, as you can see over there. So right here, I'm actually looking at the 5 minute and 15 minute chart. And then my main screen here will be the 1 minute chart, right? Actually, let me head over to my 1 minute. Yeah. So the 5 and 15 minute chart is just to put me into perspective on where I am in terms of the high time frame order flow. And it's what Michael calls the time-based continuum, where you're constantly cycling through, time frames. So what I would usually do is that here, since I'm on the 1 minute, my eyes are always here. And then I'm always looking at this timer over here, right? Which is always toggled to the New York session according to how we trade or how I trade with my mentor's advice, right? So I'm always looking at this time here. And as you can see, we're at 14:37, right? So I don't really need to look at the 5 minute chart until we reach 14:40. And then I'll look at the 5 minute chart and see how we closed in relation to what I was expecting price to do at the time. And then once we reach 14:45, then that's when I'll look at the 15 minute chart, see how we closed over there, go back to the 5 minute and compare it to the 15 minute and drop down to the 1 minute and come here. So I'm always cycling through time frames depending on the intervals that we reach at a certain time, because here we trade time and price. All right. Um, yeah. And then on my phone over here, I actually have a live account which I execute trades on. So here, this is the purposes of um, observing price and basically looking at, a charting system. But I mostly execute my trades on my cell phone because my broker doesn't have, or TradingView doesn't have my broker um installed here, so I can't really trade off from TradingView. That's why you see there's a paper trading account. But this actually helps me and protects me from anyone who potentially wants to take a trade based off my opinions. If anybody really does want to take trades off based on my opinions, because at the same time, I'm also still speculating, um, and taking up the same risk as anybody else because nobody knows what price is really going to do. We may have a certain model that we follow where we predict how price should behave, but um, sometimes we get it wrong, or well, sometimes I get it wrong. But most of the time, if I don't get it wrong, there's manual intervention that takes place, and we don't really know 100% sure if our trade idea is going to pan out. We can only base it off statistical probabilities based off your back testing, your forward testing, how you read price, and all of these other factors. But yeah, so don't take trades based off my opinions, because you might get burned. Yes, sir. But yeah, let's see if we shall get my model. Right now, I'm actually observing this little bar side over here. Let me do this. So I'm currently waiting right now to see something happen. I just want to see if I do this. Oh, behind me I have a saxophone that I'm actually learning how to play. Let me actually do this. Let me put it in the background. I don't know if you guys can see it. I believe it's an alto saxophone. And I've been learning how to play it. Let me give you something real quick. Yeah, I'm still learning. Ke tsa go itlhaba no, even le motshegare before re tsamaya ke itlhabile ka eng. I need to be careful.
As in, like, it felt like a prick.
Yeah, like literally, it pricked me. But anyway, I'm currently streaming right now, so YouTube. Mm. Just trying it out, seeing how things work. No, no, for my trading. Mm. Mm. Let's see. Mm. Oh, this- okay. Let's see. Breaking it down, showing some love. Nice, man. Appreciate you, brother. My music has stopped. We're nearly in the 1550 to 1310 macro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording my screen for my own journaling purposes with an external um, program called Camtasia. You'll see it's starting to record right now. And then be back. Swan song. Don't you understand? You just have to wait. Let's go. Slipping away. Chaos. Don't think I got away. Raindrops. Feeling as the takes this way. My sister actually baked these mini scones type biscuits. She's a chef and she's working on perfecting this recipe so that they actually come out really soft. But she got the taste. The taste is on point. Now it's the texture that she needs to work on. And she's gonna get it. Now let me show you. Really good. Cheers. Chaos. Grow. stops. Mhm. Hmm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You see this fair value gap right here? Watch how it sends price lower to target the sell side and even here. Mhm, mhm. So beautiful. In the window. Let's see how many handles this is. That's literally 50, 100. Nice. Nice. By the way, I don't know how good the mics are with these earpods. So I don't know If you guys will hear me chew and drink, if you guys have, jeez, my bad. We can expect it to touch this PM session, first presented fair value gap and send price lower. I want to see if it's gonna do that, but I'm already trading the final hour session to see what it does if I do get a setup there. We have a 5 minute CB right here. We have a small volume imbalance, so I actually would do this. Include it. There's actually a small volume imbalance. So this is the CB. but I'm gonna remove it here and observe it on this screen over here. Honestly, I would like for us to touch this bearish order block. That would be nice. And then I want to observe the consequent encroachment as well. If you trade back up into this area here, I'll be looking to take a short entry. But if you take out the minor sell side, by the time before we trade up here, then that's invalid. And then I would target the sell side liquidity over here. But it has to give me what I'm looking for. So we are in the PM or the final hour session. Now we're just waiting for time. Let me bring this to the right. I actually don't like this crosshair. You see? So this fair value gap is doing its job, setting price lower, which is what we like to see. And now we just took out this minus outside liquidity. We could see it protract even lower to this Monday outside liquidity, which was the London low. We just traded to the weekly Sevi low right there. And this was 1451. Look at this macro. Let me just note it. 51. Ooh, 58. Just want to say this. I like that. That's one for the journals and to study. I'm gonna remove this and that, and I'm gonna remove this as well. Took out the sell side liquidity. Let me gray it out. If you're gonna protract even lower, we could expect it to come as low as this 1 hour basically. Let's see. We have a 15-minute SIBI that just formed. And look at that, it's literally in confluence with the PM session first presented fair value gap. That's crazy. So if you look at the 15-minute, it's literally right there. Look at that. So we could expect price to trade to the first presented fair value gap. So right now, I am bullish, and any opportunity that's gonna render me to enter a long trade, I'm up for it. And I'm looking to see how we treat this SIBI. Ideally, I would like this to close as a down close candle so that we can trade higher. Uh, but let's see. And it's good range. It's good range. It's about 67 handles. Mm, I like that. I've entered. My stop loss is gonna be below this fair value gap. I'm gonna put it right there. Take profit is gonna go right here. Let's see. Trading and it's market open. We are live. We are live. We're live. We're live. I mean, if I get stopped out here, then any opportunity that indicates that it still wants to go higher, then I'll take it again. And then if I get stopped out on that trade, then I'm calling it a day. Like you see how it closed outside of this CB. We Let me just quickly remove this label because it's in our way. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this right now. I want to see the support price to go higher. I don't want it to go any lower. If it does, then I think I may have put my stop too tight, but I'm gonna leave it there. Mm, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Mm. On the 15-minute chart, we just made an upclose candle, which indicates that it's still gonna go lower. It'll probably stop me at now, and then I'll look for a re-entry if it gives me that re-entry. And I don't like how it closed outside of the sphere value gap. Right now, we're just looking at price. Yeah, okay. Got stuffed out. Just gonna take a screenshot. So essentially, I tried to pick the bottom right here, which is why I really do it. But the setup looked like I wanted to go up, in my opinion. I'm gonna remove these right here. So right now we have three converging of ideas that is screaming bullish for me. The PM first recently favored the gap, the consequent encroachment of the previous daily wick, as well as the 15-minute CB. Everything is aligning perfectly. That's insane. We have a small swing high over here. Oh, let's see if that could be. Okay, now I'm interested. We have a market structure shift right now. Market on close. Let's go. Give me more displacement. What? 51. Okay, this is what I like to see. Okay, show me something I can enter here. I want to go long. Touches. Mm, institutional overflow. Show me something I can enter long in. I'm not chasing price. I'm not gonna chase after you. I know you want to entice me to enter, but I'm not gonna do that. And if you get there, so be it. There's a gap here. I'm gonna show you. If we trade there, if you trade back into this, I'm gonna take a long. That's a gap, bro. That is a gap. I'm ready for you. And this small volume imbalance, it can even just touch here, the low end of the weekly CB, and then go higher. If it does that, oh, that was. But I want you to touch the gap. This is the gap. Yeah. And then we have We have this area here. Ideally, I did not want it to react off from there. Who knows? We just wait. Ideally, I would like us to hit this or start trading towards it around this macro over here. This is what I want to see. 1550 to 60, 10 macro. Within this time window is where I would like it to start reacting off from. Right there, this window. So if you can come back, if you can fall short, come back here, and then within the window, expand higher. Ooh, that would be beautiful. But it's already doing that anyway. If it does that and reaches there, I don't expect this macro to do anything other than hold price. But we'll see. We also have this larger market structure shift, and then we have a 5-minute busy right here. I just want to see something. So it looks like we traded into it. I'm gonna mark That's the as a potential draw on liquidity after reaching there. I'm just gonna include this disclaimer real quickly. Let me hit the loo real quickly. I'm just gonna remove this. Then I'm gonna adjust this. So So now my bias is bearish because now we've reached this 15-minute CB. I was bullish to go there. I was hoping price would have traded down to this gap for a long entry. Unfortunately, it didn't give me that. It only traded to this volume imbalance and also the low of this weekly CB. Would have been nice, but now we wait. We wait. So today, as my first stream, I did 2 hours. Um, I could literally do 4 hours, but my work prevents me from actually looking at the charts for 4 hours. That's why I'm only gonna be trading the New York final hour session, which is from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Because that's the only time that I can, get to look at the charts. Um, so I'm gonna start streaming my sessions every day. So I should be seated on, my station around quarter two, just so that we can also see what the 1450 to 1310 macro does, segueing us into the final hour session. And then that's where I'll do most of my trading um, for now, because my job won't allow me to actually trade, any other session because I I work long hours. I'm an interior designer for a big firm here in South Africa. I'm not gonna say the name, but we work on big projects, and as a designer, you work long hours. And as a result, I don't have time to be trading during the day or looking at the charts. So that's why I'm opting to trade the final hour session. Now we just entered the 1550 macro. I want to see how price reacts over here. Let's see if we want to go lower, and I'll be willing to take a short entry as well. Mm, the we opened with a gap. Just gonna mark that. Um, but yeah, I want to see how we perform here. If we fail to close and go above this, I'm gonna take a short entry to target this minus outside. And I just want to see the our implied dealing range. Okay. Now we're just observing, waiting for signatures to give me an entry to go to the sell side. Right now we have a short-term low, or not a short-term low, an intermediate term low, because it traded into a gap over here. Let's have a look. I'm just gonna mark this out. 1550. Let's see. So as you can see, I took a loss to go long. It stopped me out and then went into my direction. But I'll just keep that in there um, as a reminder on why I shouldn't try and pick a bottom and wait for a market structure shift. That's how I usually prefer to do it. Let me actually take a screenshot of this chart just for myself. Okay, I'm looking at this now. The drawn liquidity for me is the sell side right here. I would like an entry technique to enter me in, um, but nothing as of yet. Let me quickly see. Nice. Okay. High, low, higher, high, low. This is the lost down candle. I can even take this as a bearish breaker. If it touches here, I'll take the short entry. I could also expect it to trade back into this gap. But I shouldn't actually hide it. I should keep it there. Okay, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Give me what I want. And don't play with me. Don't play with me, baby. Don't play with me. And I'm not gonna chase you. If you're gonna run low without giving me my entry, I'm not gonna chase you. I'm gonna take the breaker entry. Stop loss. I'm gonna put it right above there. Take profit right here. Okay, we are live. Just wanna show. Boom. Okay, baby. Show me what you got. So far, I'm liking the price action. It's respecting this breaker. Let me actually label it. It's the bearish breaker. Now we observe price. Nice. I'm gonna trim the risk. Place it just above the breaker. So since I only have one position, if it touches this gap, I'm gonna close the trade and have that as my partial, and then I'll observe price and see if it wants to get to this minus sell side. But ideally, I'd like it to touch this red line here that's denoted. That's 35 points. I'm gonna move it from the risk to break even. Now I just have to submit to it. Would have been nice to have taken a partial, but I'm not in this environment. Bro, time and price is what I'm talking about, baby. Time price is what I'm talking about, babe. Come on, bro. You cannot tell me this is not algorithmic, bro. I said I marked this trading hour. Well, not even trading hour. This 20, 1510 to 1610 macro, right? This short window of 20 minutes, I predicted the setup. I predicted the setup. Salute to my mentor. I appreciate you. Um, yeah. So now we observe if price wants to go lower to the minus sell side. Come on, baby. Let me just take a screenshot of this trade, put it into my journal. You see, I feel good when I'm following my trading plan because this first entry over here, this long, I did not follow my trading plan because I did not wait for a market structure shift. All right. I was trying to pick the bottom. I was trying to enter at an aggressive position, which was this bussy here. But then price stopped me out at a small loss. Um, and then I saw this market structure shift over here. And I was expecting price to trade lower into this gap for a long entry, but it didn't do that. It only traded to this inefficiency here, which is the volume imbalance, which it sent price higher. I would have taken a long entry to target the 15-minute busy, but it ran away without me. So I anticipated that once we reach here, we might get a setup, which indeed we did. Um, it came high, low, high, high, low, market structure shift. I took an entry at this bearish break, as you can see right there, boom, to target this same gap that I was looking to go long in. Capitalize, it's about 40 handles, which is a nice low hanging fruit. Um, yeah, so if I entered two contracts, I would have taken a partial and then moved my stop loss and kept my stop loss at break even to see if it wants to target this minus sell side. But yeah, it's something that we're gonna have to look at. But I'll be closing the session in 4 minutes because that's my time window, and I need to rest because I got work tomorrow. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to be trading every day. And if you guys want to join me, and look at the markets, feel free to do that every day at 14:45 to 14:10. So that's about an hour, 50 minutes, uh, that we're going to be looking at price. No, an hour, 20 minutes, sorry. Mm, yeah, I'm gonna play this song for you guys. It's playing in the background and it's so beautiful. Okay, our concepts are speaking to us. Um, the trade ideas are aligning. Um, so if I stick to this trading plan, I should be good, you know. Um, yeah, this here is what happens when I don't follow my trading plan. And then this here is what happens when I follow my trading plan. And to show you that this is my trading plan, I'm gonna do this. You guys don't believe me, right? This is my trading plan. Check this out right here. Model 13. I want you guys to have a look at it real nicely and tell me if that's not my trading plan. Right here. Tell me this is not my trading plan. Right? High time frame inefficiency, which is this 15-minute CB. Guys, I predicted this. It's a statistical probability that when price enters into a zone like this, which we dub as a high time frame inefficiency, which is a 15-minute CB sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, we're gonna get this. Price is gonna trade down, break through, create a market structure shift. Right here, as you can see, it broke through market structure shift, broke through market structure shift. It left a fair value gap. This is a fair value gap. And if I take out this breaker here, if I take out the breaker, let me show you. Let me just quickly take out these orders here. If I modify this, this is a SIBI. SIBI. Let me do that just so that you can understand what I'm trying to say here. And then I'm gonna just give you this entry over here. Yeah. So high time frame inefficiency, which is a 15-minute CB, and my PM session first presented fair value gap. Boom. Trades back into it. That's where you enter. As you can see, boom. It looks exactly the same. Boom. It trades lower to sell side here for target. This is the target. But because we are closing at the session right here, I opted to take a closeout entry at where I would otherwise take my partial entry, which is at equilibrium of the opposing fair value gap from the entry. So if you were to measure 50% from here to there, you would get an opposing liquidity would be this sell side. So I would have taken it there in the case of the situation here. But can you see? It's literally the same. Boom, boom, boom. It's right there. And I called it live, guys. Live, 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 live. So if you guys want to see more live sessions like this, tune in every day. And wait, let me stop this music. And right, I just want to put this up real quickly before we continue. Guys, this is the disclaimer. This is my disclaimer, right? So any content that you guys see, any trade opinions that I'm calling out, any entries that I'm making it based off my understanding of the market and how I read price action, right? And my opinion should not render you to enter any trade whatsoever. Please, guys, don't enter a trade. I'm telling you now, don't enter a trade. And the trade that I entered on here is a paper trading account. Paper trading. And you can see I'm in drawdown, right? But this drawdown was from me not following my model and over leveraging. So right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to train myself how to come back from drawdown, you know. And this is the first step, you know. So yeah. Uh, so as you guys can see, my account is in drawdown. So that does not So what does that tell you? That tells you that you should not take any trading opinion that I say or engage in during the live sessions. Please, guys, don't do it. All right. I'm not a financial license service provider, so you should not take trading advice from me at all. I'm just a guy trying to find his way into profitability into the market. And I mean, I've always known my model. It's just that I've been lacking the discipline and the patience to wait for my setups, right? Like as you can see here, this is me lacking discipline to wait for my setups. And this is me engaging in my setup, right? So I'm trying to get over the hurdle of impatience. I'm trying to get over taking these silly trades that I'm not supposed to be taking, right? Um, so I'm just conditioning my brain because right now, um, I've always known that my model works. I mean, I can even show you, but this guy's literally gonna go down to the sell side. Um, but I have copious amounts of examples of me taking this kind of setup for my shorts and it panning out exactly how I'm laying it out here. The only issue is that I've been struggling to be patient to wait for it, right? That's where I'm at right now. But this is just um one hardship that I'm currently enduring, and it is an adversary that needs to be overcome, which is patience and discipline, right? Um, I see the setups. I know how to read price. As you guys have seen, I've laid out how I'm expecting price to reach up there when price was still here. Unfortunately, I tried to pick the bottom. It stopped me out and then went there. Then once price reached here, I called it that it's gonna come and give me a setup here. So I know how to read price. I know when to enter. I know when not to enter. Um, but I sometimes enter when I'm not supposed to enter because I'm impatient. Just to make money or get it right or literally, I guess, retire my mom. Um, but yeah, this is where I'm currently at right now, battling to just stick to my model. Um, and it's so hard, man. Like you have no idea how hard it is to wait for your setup. Well, at least for me, you know. So I'm literally trying and I'm praying to overcome this impatience that I'm currently struggling with. And I know that I'm gonna overcome it and I'm gonna do what I know do what I know I'm supposed to be doing and find my way into profitability, you know. Um, but if you like this session, guys, um, like, comment, subscribe, share, man. And then I'm actually gonna put my Twitter handle so you guys can actually see um that I actually take a lot of these trades. Um, let me do this. I'm just trying to my Twitter handle is at Don of Naz. Uh, Twitter. Just want to do this. Oh, Twitter. Ta-da! Okay, this is my Twitter handle at Don of Naz. Check out my Twitter page. See what I've been posting on there. um, and yeah, man. Uh, Hope to see you guys in my next sessions. Um, and yeah, just build a community where we all trying to grow, you know, um, find a way into profitability, find a way into um, living a lifestyle we only imagined in our minds, you know. And they say that if you can see it in your mind, you can manifest it, right? So I've always seen myself retiring my mom. I've always seen myself, you know, doing the things that I have already lived in my subconscious mind. If you look at Neville Goddard's um, theory or law of assumption, he states that the law of assumption states that if you live from the state of the wish fulfilled, then the physical realm has no other option but to materialize what it is that you're feeling, you know, to be true for yourself. And that state is your true self. So, and that's the true realm of reality is within the state of your wish fulfilled, which is your subconscious mind. The physical realm is not the actual realm, you know, it's just a manifestation of what it is in the spiritual realm. Um, just dropping in a few gems, you know. And if you guys want to tap into more psychology, uh, check out this book by Maxwell Maltz, Psycho Cybernetics. It's a really good book. I recommend everybody to read this. I'm currently reading it right now. It was recommended to me by Proctor Gallagher. Check him out on YouTube as well, who basically just preaches about the mind and your self-image and how you see yourself, you know, and how you need to train and change, you know, the paradigms, which is basically programs that have been instilled in us from birth, you know, and how we need to change that if we want to live the life that we so desire. Uh, it's really powerful stuff, guys. But anyway, um, check me out on Twitter. I haven't been active lately because I've been trying to, you know, align myself with work and just staying away from social media, but I'm slowly gonna be getting back into it. Um, but yeah, guys, follow me, like, subscribe, share my channel, so that we can all grow together, man. Trying to build a strong community of individuals who want to make an impact within their lives and their families' lives. And yeah, man, just know that you're not in this alone. Um, there's a guy like me in Johannesburg, South Africa, man, trying to make it out, you know. Um, and I am gonna make it out. It's just a matter of time, you know. And it would be cool to see you guys hop on the journey with me. Without further ado, salute, peace, and God bless. Cheers. Let me close off with this song. Wait, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna close off with this song. I'm gonna switch over. I'm learning how to play the saxophone.